Hey everyone, Shaedow here, and welcome to another Marvel Contest of Champions video. So this is Alliance War Season 5, and this is War number 12, the last war of the season. And we're going up against Extinction Alpha, and they look tough. This is a Platinum 1 Alliance. Now, we've had some pretty bad matchups over the season, so we're hoping to win this last one to clinch our spot in Platinum 2. So I'm scouting out my path, and as you can see, they did not place anyone on that first node, or second node in fact, along my path. They placed one on the poison node, and then of course I have the 3 fights that are where the real fighting begins. Now, because I have Corvus, I usually have an eye for missions. So I saw that there were 2 techs and a mutant. So I already know that I'm going to be able to get 2 missions done with Corvus. So I go in here pretty happy about the fact that I'm not going to have to fight, the early fights, but it wouldn't have been so bad to get a mission done early. But as you can see there, that first node, no one. That's what a lot of alliances do. They want to concentrate their really strong defenders on their inner defenses. And as you can see, there's also no one on this next node. So I didn't have to fight until I got to the poison node. Now the poison node is a tech, so I can get a mission with Corvus. But I was thinking, why risk Corvus on a poison node, taking a little damage, who knows what might happen, when I can just go ahead and go in with Hyperion, who has class advantage just like Corvus and is poison immune. I can always pick up the tech mission later. So because this is the last war of the season, I normally don't boost during these early fights, and I know that this one I'm only going to have enough energy for this one, and before I can fight again, it's going to be the next day. So I put on a little boost, and it's Green Goblin. Now Green Goblin is not bad to fight, but I have a lot of problems with his special 2. I don't know what it is. I talked to some people. Keith Winnett believes that it's bugged in some way. Sometimes I can evade it, sometimes I can't. I like fighting him with Starkey just because of that. But I try to bait out his special 1 as much as possible. Now, as you can see, I didn't have any problem this time with him. Hyperion took him out. Now, I'm running full suicides, okay? And just a little something, a little funny tidbit. When I looked at the champion, you may have seen that I kind of scrolled up and saw question marks. Well, I recently redid my masteries to get the full suicides, and I forgot to pick up Scouter Lens. So I was looking over there so that I can try to use that tool to see who this might be, and I didn't have Scouter Lens. And I was like, oh man, now what am I going to do? I don't really want to undo my suicides, then get Scouter Lens, then turn the suicides back on. I didn't want to do all of that. So I was like, well, I should be okay for these first few fights. So because this is the last war of the season, it was go big or go home. So I went ahead and put on my big boy boosts. Now I've been trying to save them for the variant difficulty that I want to do during the off season, but this was important enough. We want to be Platinum 2. We had some bad matchups, and the last 3 wars we really need to win to be sure of Platinum 2. We've won 2 out of the last 3, so this war is important. So I went ahead and boosted all the way up, and my plan, and you'll see it a little bit later on, I actually left the footage in, but that last node, that Bane node, concern me, and you'll see why when we get over to it. All right, so I looked through and I went ahead and put on the advanced power boost. This is a power gain node. So my thinking is the faster I can get this guy down, whoever it is, the better. So I go in with my Corvus and it's Yondu. And I'm like, oh, that is beautiful. Yondu, in my opinion, is not a great option for this particular node, because with power gain, it actually helps because you want to bait out Yondu's special 1 as much as possible. So with a power gain, it's much easier to get him to his special 1. And Corvus, of course, doesn't take any damage from bleed, and what's more, because I have willpower, I could have blocked, and if he did trigger a bleed through my block, which Yondu sometimes can do, I would have healed from it. So Corvus really loved that Yondu, and on that node, beautiful. All right, so now this is the unblockable special 1 node, and I still haven't turned on the Scouter's lens, so I just kind of do what I usually do, look in the profile, didn't really see anyone, and it's Storm. So I'm like, oh, awesome. Storm is very easy to fight. I'm assuming they were going for diversity, but I can easily evade her special 1 and her special 2, but I didn't really need to. Corvus chewed her up. Okay, so now is where the fun begins, guys. There's a science champion on the Bane node. I'm running suicides. Do you know who I thought this could be? Void. The one person that I would not want to fight with suicides on. So I'm sitting here and I'm just like, okay, maybe I can see something in his profile. Nope. So I'm like, okay, I can't risk this. So even though I'm looking at my boost, I have enough time to do what I was planning on doing. I won't have enough on the advanced power boost, but that was okay. Now I'm going to speed the next part up, but I wanted to explain to you guys what I did here. So I went back into my mastery setup. I recovered all of the points from my defense tree. Then I went into proficiencies and got Scouter lens. Then I went back into the war, looked up the champion, saw that it was a rank 4 champion, and I went and used that Alliance War tool that you hear me talk about, entered all the required information, and it came out and told me 100% chance that this was a wasp. So I said, awesome. It's not void. Not being void meant I didn't have to redo my masteries to get out of the suicides. So I went back into my mastery setup and reallocated all of my points. I didn't get Scouter lens because when I'm running full suicides, I don't get Scouter lens. I just don't have the points. And I came back in here and I was ready to rock. Or was I? I've never fought Wasp on a Bane node. So I did something that I recommend everyone do. Duel. Duels help. So I went in here and I dueled Wasp 3 times. The first time I got hit and I was like, no, you can't have that on a Bane node. Second time, I didn't get hit. We did better baiting out and evading her heavy. I went in a third time just to make sure that I could put into practice what I had learned during the duel. And then I was ready to take on Wasp on this Bane node. So at this point, the war is very close. And I say is because at the time of this recording, the war is still going on. And it is a very close war still. So it was close at this point and it's still close. So I looked over there because I'm going to use Corvus against Morningstar. And I was just looking over there to make sure that I did remember it was a Morningstar mini boss. Hey, the pressure is real and you never know. So I'm ready to go in here. And so I hit the button and right here, while it's loading, I realize I forgot to put on an invulnerability boost. And so I'm just like, oh man, okay, you know, but we're good. We dueled and look at that. I got hit with her evade, even though I dueled. I got hit with the evade because I forgot. Just that quick. But she doesn't have a lot of health. Boom. Corvus clipped her wings. Even when I got hit with her evade, it didn't really matter because I had already done enough damage. She has a low health pool. And Bane, when it did get on me for a little bit, even that shock didn't really matter. I'm healing up from the double edge. Everything went very quickly. So as you can see, even with that one little mistake, I didn't lose a lot of health at all. Don't even need to heal up. So now I'm sitting here just singing praises because I didn't die on that Bane node. That node is probably the one that I am concerned with the most on my path. I'm not concerned with this Morningstar, although I do often get clipped by her. So I put on the invulnerability boost just in case. I mean, this is the last war of the season. This is the time to use them. And the last thing I want to do is die. The war is so close that one death, one single death, could be the difference between winning and losing this war. So everything seems to be going okay here. I'm baiting out her specials. Everything is fine. Now, this is something the AI does. When you are very close to a second special, they will sometimes hold it a little bit longer. And here, I went ahead and pushed her to her L2, but I was able to evade it, no problem. This time, in previous wars, I've had problems doing it. And an L2, and it's lights out for Morningstar. So I was able to get through my path without dying, which made me a very happy Shaedow. So all that's left now is to find out how we did in this war. All right, we're coming down to the final seconds, and we're going to find out how we did in this war. Some people think we lost. Some think that we may have won, but we're going to find out in a minute. It was a nail biter, guys. This war was close. All right, see what happens. And we lost. That's pretty much what we were thinking. This fight, it was close, but we did good. I'm proud of my alliance. We fought very, very well. It came down to the wire, and our deaths very close. I don't want to show too much information here, but we did a really good job. As you can see, it looks like we lost by 30 points. And if you remember, we had a war where we won by 30 points. So, goes around, comes around. But we enjoyed this season, and we're going to enjoy the break. I'm going to focus on variant and try to get that done. And we'll find out how we did. Did we maintain Platinum 2, or did we slip down to Platinum 3? For the sake of everyone in the Alliance, of course, I'm hoping that we maintain Platinum 2, but remember, this is the first season that I've been in a Platinum level Alliance, so I'm used to Gold 2, Gold 3 rewards. So any Platinum level rewards is a step up for me, but I am hoping that we remain in Platinum 2 for their sake. But that's gonna do it, guys. Click like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you thought about this video. If you would like to support the channel, there are links in my description to help you do just that. I also have a link to my Discord server. If you want to join my Discord server, come join the family. And you guys have a blessed day.